Hello, my astrology family. This is Lada from astrologers.com, and today we're doing a highly anticipated interview with master astrologer from Serbia, Nikola Stojanovic. And he's the astrologer of presidents and prime ministers around Europe. And he's here.
And I was also your astrologer
Also,
several years ago.
You still are.
Yeah, I still are. Okay, good.
When I have important questions, I come to you.
Yeah, you will ask me, no problem.
And
okay.
Yeah, we're talking about what's going to happen in the States right now.
Yes, first of all, good evening, everybody. It is evening here. I hope everybody is well, good. And today we'll speak about what will happen in the United States, because that country where you live, is still a leading country in the world, still. So it is important what will happen there for everybody in the world, okay? And to my mind, I don't have good news,
All right.
It will not be well, and I will tell you why. So I want to show the map, the chart of Donald Trump, okay? And I will start with him because he is still the president, and yes, what I want to say, everything that is happening in this year, coronavirus and riots in the United States, almost everywhere, and looting, everything is organized, I mean, nothing, especially globally, happens accidentally. It's not logical, So
based on astrology as well. Currently,
based on astrology. Yeah, based on astrology. And I said in the previous interview that very bad energies are in power and very bad people are in power. And these people are ruling the world. So bad people are ruling the world. So we can't expect anything good. So, and they are saying to us they want to depopulate people all over the world, too many people live and blah, blah. And the same people are also making vaccine,
Sure. Yeah.
So nobody's happy about that, and nobody's crazy and stupid, So we all know what they want to do. And, and I also said that many people will lose job. And as far as I know, 40 million people lost job only in the United States. And in Europe, people are losing jobs, but not so many of them, And 40 million people in the United States, too much, So everything was prepared. Why? Because the only reason was, one of the main reasons is this is election year in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And President Trump has very powerful enemies, and they were presented from the very beginning of his presidency, they were there, and attacking him all the time, So one of them, to my mind, one of the main reasons for what's going on in the United States is election year, They don't want Trump to be a new president again, So all of this is done because of it. And now I will explain. I will show you the charts of Donald Trump, okay? Can you see the charts?
Yes.
Yeah, you can, okay. So this chart is Trump chart, okay? And what does he, first of all, why he wanted so much to be a president? His ascendant is in Leo, ascendant is what we really want. The sun is in the 10th house. 10th house is to have the top position, to be a president, okay? Sun conjunction Uranus means everybody was surprised, because people thought he would not win, but he won, okay? And it was a shock for everybody. But listen to this. He has in the 10th house, being a president, okay? Uranus and the two planets, Uranus and the Sun. The Sun is the ruler of his ascendant. And look, Uranus is the ruler of his 7th house. 7th house represents open enemy, okay? Somebody who is against him. Sun is not only the ruler of his ascendant, representing him. Sun is also the ruler of his 12th house, hidden enemies. So open and hidden enemies are in the 10th house. It means while he is the president, they will attack him all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. And how do they do that? Both planets are in the sign of Gemini. Gemini rules with media, all kind of media, social media, press, TVs, and all the time they are against him, And also, he's, in a way, he's helping them. Why? Because Mercury, to say something, to speak, is in his chart is in square to Neptune. It means sometimes or many times he says something, a bit stupid, something weird, and he's also helping them in that way. Okay, so
and
he has
conspiracies. He spreads conspiracy. Neptune.
to be confused, and also when you have Mercury rules with advisors, Mercury square Neptune means he is not listening his advisor, and he is in the 10th. The Sun is in the 10th house. He must be the leader of everything, and he's making mistake, especially when he says something, And also he wanted to make America strong, economy of America much stronger. And in the beginning it was okay. Why? Because his 10th house to be a president begins in the sign of Taurus. Taurus rules with economy, money, So at the beginning it was good, but there is one great but, Venus, the ruler of his 10th house, is in conjunction with Saturn, So all of the sudden economy went down. And these two planets are in square to Jupiter. It means that people will start losing lots of money. And that is happening now.
Yeah.
Many jobs are closed. Many people don't have money. Many people can't make money. Many people don't work, So. And when somebody has the Sun conjunction Uranus in the 10th house as a president, it means, he probably had a wish to change, the country, and to change the way, of leading, and not only the United States, the world also, But, he couldn't do that. And Sun in conjunction with Uranus rules with the riots. And Uranus is in opposition to the moon, people, So people are raised there, and now he has riots and too much problems, And to my mind, I will tell you what might happen to him. There are two things, And I'm very afraid. I think I told you 3-4 years ago that he might be killed,
Yeah, you said that.
And if something like that really happens, it won't be good for your country and the whole world, And the whole world will say it's enough of United States, all the time, killings and things like that, So it means the country will go down for sure, And the country will never recover.
Why do you say he might be killed? Because the cusp of the 8th house?
Why? Because first of all, the cusp of his 8th house. His 8th house begins in the sign of Pisces. Pisces rules with assassination attempts, hidden one.
Hidden. Maybe it might not look like he's killed. It might look like he has a heart attack.
Yeah, it might look heart attack or something like that, And but people will know,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't hide it, something like that, and people will be very, very angry, because after Kennedy again, Trump, So where is America going, So, and also the Sun, the ruler of his ascendant, is at 22nd degree in the 10th house, and he's the president. And Sun is squaring. Sun has an exact square to the cusp of his 8th house. It means, in a way, he is provoking it, in a way, because he is the Sun,
Yeah.
So he might be killed. And I did his solar chart. His birthday will be tomorrow or the day, let me see, in 3 days, okay? And I did his solar chart, so now you can see, very bad, solar chart. I did it for White House. He's president, he will probably have some dinner, presidential birthday dinner, something like that, I suppose. And look, where is his ascendant, first of all? 22nd degree.
To kill or be killed.
And yeah. So, you know, he has ascendant. It means him in new solar chart, 22nd degree of Cancer, you know. Where is his sun? In the 12th house,
Oh,
in square, you know, with Mars in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, and also the moon in Pisces. So 3 planets in Pisces. And the moon is in his 8th natal chart. You know, when you do Bewill chart between this solar chart and his natal chart, these 2 planets will be at the cusp of his 8th house.
oh
And Neptune is the ruler of his 8th house, attacking the sun, squaring the sun in the 12th house. So, and Mars is there. And both planets are, Mars and Neptune, are at 20 degree, it is Scorpio degree. So it is again life danger, you know. So can be good, you know, can be good. And also, listen, if I'm wrong, I mean, if something like that doesn't happen, you know, he will lose elections. Why? Because the sun to be a president and a ruler of his ascendant and comes from his 10th house presidency is in the 12th house to lose, squaring Mars, Neptune, and the moon. Moon are people, you know. So not too many people will vote for him. So it means he will lose elections. But to my mind, you know, evil people are in power, so they will try, you know, to eliminate him.
Mm-hmm.
So can be good, you know, can be good. And look, why I was so sure that he might be really killed, you know, because when you see the chart of his last child, you know, his name is Baron, okay? And you know, he became president after he was born. So he was not president after other children were born, you know. He became president after his birth. So his chart is very important. Why, you know? The 10th house should be the father in his chart, you know.
Yes.
And what is there? Pluto, you know. Okay? Pluto is the ruler of what house? 8th house. So the ruler of the 8th house is in the 10th house. It means, you know, father will be Pluto, you know, will be killed. And where is the ruler of the 10th house? Jupiter, in the 8th house, in Scorpio, you know.
Mutual reception.
Again, the same, you know, father goes to 8th house, Scorpio, at 18 degree, you know, very bad degree. You know. So very bad people will do that.
His
and also,
father is at 22 degrees, kill or be killed.
Yes, and the cusp of the 10th house is at what degree, you know, 22nd degree again. So but there are three indicators.
Yeah,
you know, Pluto ruler of the 8th in the 10th, ruler of the 10th in the 8th in Scorpio, you know, 18 degree. And also there is the 4th one, you know, and the cusp of the 10th house, 22nd degree, to be killed, you know, and Pluto is in square with the sun, you know, also the planet that represents father also is the sun, you know, so the sun is in square to Pluto, you know, ruler of the 8th house. So too strong, you know, this is too strong. So what I want to say, this really might happen.
Okay, there are indications. I hope it just means as a father that's very powerful, but there are a lot of indications.
Yeah, very powerful, but in great danger, you know. So, and you know, Jupiter in the 8th house, ruler of the 10th, is in Scorpio, in square with Neptune in the 12th house, in the sign of Aquarius. Neptune in Aquarius is in the sign of exaltation, extremely strong, from the 12th house, you know, assassination.
So. Assassination, conspiracy again.
Can be good, you know. And now we can look at the US chart, okay. So what people should remember, you know, this is natal chart of United States, it is correct. The position of the moon at 27 degree of Aquarius and the position of Mars at 21st degree of Gemini. You know? So why this is important, you know? When you do, so United States in their history, they had civil war, okay? And in the solar chart, new one, the moon representing people, you know, is in what aspects? In opposition to the sun and Mercury in the 8th house. Listen, the sun is in the 8th house.
It's during an
Sun
eclipse.
also,
It's an eclipse on the birthday of the of
it will be eclipse, huh? Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. And also the moon is in square with Mars in Aries at the 4th degree in the 4th house. It can give civil war. You know,
It can
what
give
gives
what?
civil
Civil war.
war? Civil war. What gives civil war? Mars in Cancer. You know, Mars is war. Cancer are people who live in the country. Mars square or opposition or conjunction with the moon.
Yes.
Again, the same. You know. So look this. You know, they did have it in the history, so it can repeat now again. You know, the moon is in square with Mars in Aries, in the 4th house, and also Mars in Aries at the 4th degree is also in the natal 4th house. You know, when you do Bewill chart between natal chart and solar chart, so Mars will stay there for 6 months.
Wow.
So Mars will be in Aries,
Very
4,
yeah. And
squaring the moon. And what will be the reason? You know, the moon is in the sign of sign of Capricorn. Capricorn rules represent black people, black population.
okay.
You know. And also the moon is in the 2nd house, money, moon in the sign of Capricorn, there is no money. Many people will be, you know, with no money, with not enough money for living.
Wow.
Many people will have issue to give money to the bank for house and everything. And also in the 2nd house, the house of money and income, there is Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn, you know, and the moon there, you know, 4 planets in the 2nd house, the house of money. So it can be good.
It's all about money, yeah. It's
All about money, you know. When you don't have enough money for normal living, and you have family and you have debts, you know, you
and that's
can't
why
be
the
happy.
rising and Mars is involved. I just want to
Yes.
say this chart is the birth chart of the states. Every year the state celebrates its birthday on the 4th of July. We know that. So this chart is
I know, 4th of July. So this is United States chart.
I'm saying to the people that are watching, so this chart is active from July the 4th, 2020 to July the 4th, 2021.
And what is also, what is very important, you know, Mars represent all kind of struggle, fight, you know, aggression, you know, all kind of it. Mars will be for 6 months in the sign of Aries. What does it mean? On the level of ordinary people, we all will be a bit jumpy and ready for fight, all of us.
Mm-hmm.
On the whole planet Earth, you know. It's too long, you know, Mars, aggression in Aries, Mars is the ruler of the sign of Aries. And look in the chart of United States, solar chart, it will be in the 4th house. You know. So people there will be very edgy, you know. And as we know, you know, many Americans, they have guns, you know, weapons.
Oh, yeah.
So crazy things will happen there, you know. It can be good, you know, it can be good. And this is our chart from for US chart birthday 2020. And look the next solar chart, very important. You know.
21.
Remember, I said you should people should remember that the moon in the natal chart is at 27 degree of Aquarius. You know.
Yes.
And Mars is at the 21st degree of Aquarius, of Gemini, sorry.
Yes.
So what we have here, the ascendant of the solar chart for 2021 is where is the moon at the same position when the moon from natal chart is 27 degree of Aquarius. What does it mean? You know? The sun represents the whole country in a way. And the moon is the ruler of the sun. You know, United States were born in the sign of Cancer, so the moon is the ruler. And to my mind, the moon represents all states there, you know, and all states on the flag were represented with stars, you know. Mm-hmm. And the moon is in Aquarius, so Aquarius rules with the stars, okay? So what will happen, you know? People will become more and more rebellious, you know. More and more riots, more and more demonstrations. Wow. People are the moon in Aquarius, and the moon, when you make Bewill chart between ascendant of solar chart 2021 and natal chart, ascendant will add the moon, you know. So people will be very much rebellious, and very important, you know, Moon represents the states. Some states, rich ones, will try to go out of United States.
Wow, breaking down.
Can you believe it?
Because the moon is
You
with
know, rich one, you know, because they will say, we don't want to have your issues, problems, we want to have our independence. So that will start in the solar chart 2021. And also see where is the moon? Moon, the ruler of the sun and representing people. Moon is in Taurus, you know, in conjunction with Uranus, separation, Uranus.
Wow.
In Taurus, rich states.
Wow.
And moon is also in square with Mars and Saturn, you know.
Oh,
Again,
wow.
the moon, Mars, civil war, you know, it might happen. I'm not saying it will, but it might. And square to Saturn, you know, Saturn is in the 12th house, you know, poor states. I mean, so rich one, Taurus, the moon Uranus will try to separate, to go, you know, their way. So it can be good, you know. I mean, you know, it can be good.
I think that the big eclipse in 2017 that passed throughout the whole of the states lasted 2 hours and 40 minutes, exactly.
Yeah, too long, yeah.
And a half, all this started. It kind of said to the whole states, prepare, because within 3 years, this is all going to, what you've had is going to be falling apart.
And listen, Mercury is at 21st degree of Gemini. There is natal Mars in natal chart is 21st degree of Gemini. So Mercury is there. In the 4th house, again, the country, you know. And Mercury comes from the 8th house, the house of dying, life danger. So, you know, there will be, if there is civil war, many dead people in the streets and everywhere. This sounds now, from this point, it sounds like a fairy tale, but
wait and see.
To my mind, you know, these things really might happen, really.
It's funny when you, before we started the interview, and you said, I don't have good news, but I'll say it in very nice way. That's super scary way.
I know, I mean, it's hard to say it is a nice way when you speak things about like this, you know.
Yeah, wow.
People probably are in shock there, you know. So.
Wow.
But that's what I see, you know. That's what I see.
Yeah, you explained it so clearly.
And I said many years ago, 20, 21, 2 years, that United States will really go down, you know. Okay, every empire, every state, I have ups and downs, you know, but it did started with, to my mind, it did started with September 11, you know.
Little by little, yeah.
Why? Because, you know, it is quite obvious that it was inside job, you know. So, you know, when you live in the state where, you know, people are ruling, people are doing that, can be good, you know. So, and I said that when the black man become president, it will go down. And it did, you know, all the time it's going down, all the time.
Wow.
So, and it's not good for the whole world, you know. So, yes, now I will show you the chart of the guy who was killed, you know. I think his name was Floyd. It all started with him. Yeah. To my mind, this chart should be, you know, correct. I'm not sure 100%, but he was killed in the street, you know, and it was assassination. You know, he was killed, you know, on purpose, to my mind. Why? His 8th house, the house of dying, begins in Scorpio, and there is Mercury. Mercury rules with killing on the street. He was killed very near the car, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Mercury again, you know. And he was shocked, you know. The ruler of his 8th house, second one is Mars in Taurus. Taurus rules with neck, you know. And he said he couldn't breathe, you know. Mercury in the 8th house, Mercury is breathing, you know.
Breathing, yeah.
So
15 degrees.
Stop of breathing, yeah, 15 degrees, Gemini degree again. The stop of breathing killed him. I mean, that guy killed him, but you know. And also Mars is in Taurus, the neck. You know. And he has the Sun-Uranus conjunction. You know, people with Sun-Uranus will provoke some rebel demonstrations.
Right. Yeah.
Riot,
It's like since
And
he became
yeah,
president, there's been
to
riots.
my mind, this is correct. You know, I know nothing about him, only that he was killed in the street by policemen. Okay, and we know how. You know, so and also in the eighth house is Venus Neptune. It is strangulation. You know, Venus, ruler of the neck. So okay, and this is the card of policeman who killed him. You know, to my mind, again, I only know he's a policeman. He killed this guy. You know. To my mind, he must have eighth house in Capricorn. You know, it means to kill a black man. Capricorn represents black people, and the cusp of the eighth house is at the third degree. This Gemini degree in the street. Okay, and where is the ruler? Saturn is in the third house. He killed him in the street. You know. And he strangled him. Saturn is at where? At 26 degrees, it's Taurus degree, neck again. And look, this guy is very evil normally, you know. If somebody does something like that, it can be normal, you know. And good man, you know. So where is his moon? At 18 degree of Scorpio. Again, evil degree, you know. And where is his Mars? At 0 Mars, aggression. At 0 degree of Cancer, you know, and so he was that kind of guy that liked to torture people. You know, Cancer rules in people in general. Mars is to be very aggressive to people, and he has it in his first house. He's like that, you know. So, and Mars at 0 degree of Cancer. The result of his killing might be, again, one of the reasons for civil war.
Cancer and Mars, when you combine both.
0 degree of.
People rioting, but yeah, people fighting.
Crazy. So really, sorry, but I don't have good news at all.
Do you think there'll be hyperinflation here in the next year?
There will be, you know, they were printing money like crazy, you know.
And with the second
and what is the problem? You know, the selling of oil, you know, you have oil dollar, you know, and gas dollar. So, you know, selling of oil is down and gas also, everything is down now, you know. So that money can come back to United States. And if that money come back to United States, there will be a very large, how do you say, inflation, yeah. Money will lose value.
But why do you think his enemies, whoever they are, they call it deep state or whatever, why are they afraid of him, or why don't they want him? Do you have any idea?
Because, you know, he was too good until Corona, you know, he would win new presidency, for sure, you know. Okay. You know, they all time investigate, you know, and they do, you know, how do you say, they ask people, and in that way they know, you know. So they had to do something, you know. So, but listen, it was not only against him. He is one of the main targets. It's also against humanity, you know. Because in almost all countries in the world, people stayed at home, you know. Yeah. Economy went down, you know. People start losing jobs.
So it's some small group of people that are trying to control the whole world.
Yes. And they're doing that all the time, you know, from last 2, 3, 400 years, maybe before also.
Is there good news that they might fall?
To my mind, what might happen, you know? You know, Neptune is in Pisces. Pisces rules with secret groups, you know, terrorists. Pisces and Neptune rules with terrorism, you know. And Pluto has exaltation in Pisces, so terrorist groups killing people, Pluto, you know, they're dangerous. So, and all terrorism in the last, I don't know, 50, 60 years were organized by very strong country. I will not say what.
Societies, yeah, secret societies, yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, it can't just happen that some terrorist group appear all of a sudden. It is, to my mind, it is state terrorism. Some state is behind it, and we all know what state. I won't say it. But to my mind, you know, when people really see what's going on, you know, their the real terrorist group made from people itself will appear, and they will start hunting these bad people, the rulers of the world. They will start hunting them.
Oh, wow. They'll go against the people?
Yeah, they will go against them. They will try to find them. Some of them, they will find them. So, you know, crazy things will going to happen. And they will appear while Neptune is still in the sign of Pisces.
It's still where? In Pisces?
In the sign of Pisces, because Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. So crazy, you know, crazy things, you know, the future will be... I'm not so happy, you know, what I see. Because I also live, you know, this planet Earth. We can't run away somewhere else.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Where is it going to be safer, you think?
To my mind, people should go to some small, not important countries, somewhere in the village.
Yeah.
There are countries like that, you know. I mean, what you can do, you know. So I bought the land, and I'm building a house, you know, in the country.
Yes, that's
what I mean. What can I do? I don't want to go somewhere else, you know. I'm safe in my country.
Yes.
And you know, I love living here. Nice living, and the only thing, and yeah, very important. Cities will go down, especially large cities. Life in large cities will become, you know, worse and worse. And I will tell you what city where life will be the worst, you know. It is New York. Why? New York, to my mind, New York as a city must be born in the sign of Aquarius, you know, because the first skyscrapers appear in New York, you know, and New York is famous for its skyscrapers. Okay, the first city in the world with lots of skyscrapers.
Yes.
Skyscrapers, when you know, when you go up, it's Aquarius. You know? So why New York will be very bad, you know? Because Saturn, worst planet, has just entered the sign of Aquarius, and it will stay there for about 2-3 years, you know. So people will start running away from New York, and real estate in large cities will all go down everywhere.
Yeah, all metropolitan cities.
Yeah, especially large cities, you know. After this Corona lockdowns, you know, for example, here in Belgrade, you know, after 1 month of lockdown, you know, all homes, all weekend houses around Belgrade were sold out.
Wow.
All of them, you know, you couldn't find any. Near the city, you know, all of them in the nature, you know, weekend houses, all of them. Can you imagine? And now, you know, people are not buying properties in the cities. It went down completely. Now people are buying, you know, land in the village or some old house in the village. They want to renovate it, like I'm doing that.
Yeah, I think everyone wants to do that.
And it will happen everywhere. Not only here, no.
And not only that, it's not only the next 2-3 years, because the Jupiter conjunction in Aquarius will influence for 20 years.
Yes, people will start running away from the cities, you know, and the properties in cities will go down. So one day you will be able to buy for, you know, $100. I'm joking, but
already it's happening, because offices they're not, people will be working from home. So many companies.
Yes, and many offices, you know, they will not be able to rent it. To whom, you know? Yes, and that will also go down. And most of people will start working from home, you know, and
I like that.
Many of them, you know. So, you know, you don't need office.
Yeah, I think
so, you know, yeah. And also, to my mind, what jobs will be good? Okay, IT industry, great. Normally, it will develop more and more because people will use it more and more, you know. So all jobs that people can work from home, fantastic.
Yeah.
Also food, you know, we all have to eat.
Yes.
And after Corona, people are much more aware about their health.
Yes.
So they will start eating more organic and healthier food.
Yes.
So production of organic food will, you know,
well, you're in Taurus, so it will be rising there.
Yeah, people will change Uranus eating habits. You know.
Yes.
Very good, you know. Also, all kind of delivery of everything, because now we will buy everything on internet.
Yes,
so you need somebody to deliver it, So delivery jobs will, will be great. And
that's very
delivery
Aquarius. It's Aquarius, like a net.
Aquarius, yes. And vehicles, all kind of vehicles that people can drive or ride independent, It means bicycles, it means stuff like that, motorcycles, electro bicycles or electrocycles. So, and here in Belgrade, you couldn't buy a bicycle. In 1 month time, all bicycles were sold. All of them, Can you imagine?
I've been trying to buy a camera online, all the cameras online, bought out.
Yeah, cameras online. And also cosmetic. Why? Because all of us, especially women, will be sitting in front of cameras, so they must look good, They must do makeup, So makeup, cosmetic, fantastic. Not so much clothing, cosmetic. So. And many people will have mental issue, many more and more. Why? Because Neptune, ruler of mental issues, problems, is in the sign of Aquarius, in the sign of exaltation. So now we live in era of age of Aquarius. So more and more people will start having panic attack. Will start being afraid of everything. So what profession will be good, to be a psychiatrist or psychologist?
Wow.
And dating sites will, explode because people are almost all day longer sitting in front of computer or cell phone. Dating sites. Crazy, So, and to my mind, when Uranus comes into the sign of Gemini, Gemini means all kind of going from the A to B, It means vehicles, We will start to fly,
Yeah.
They must make some, flying machines for one person, or even for two.
Yes, it will start in around.
And for family, for 4 or 5. So in 4 or 5 years' times, we'll start to fly.
What do you think will Pluto going into Aquarius in 3 years or something?
Yeah, Pluto in Aquarius. Huh.
Yeah.
I haven't been thinking about that Pluto in Aquarius. I have to think. Sorry, my mind is blocked now because I'm talking about this. Yeah. I can't. I don't know.
Wow.
I have to think.
What will happen with the hotel industry? How are you seeing that?
Everything, tourism, traveling, everything will go down. People will be afraid, to travel to, especially to large cities. No way. So now, what did they do? People who are ruling the world, they use energies, So they activate Neptune. Neptune rules with viruses. Neptune rules with fears. Mm-hmm. Neptune rules with isolation. They isolate us. Neptune rules with being afraid of everything, with fears. They activated Neptune in all of us. So, and Saturn, when it started, Saturn was in Capricorn, Saturn rules in Capricorn together with Pluto. Saturn is frustration, So, when you have to sit at home all day long and you can't go out, you must be very, very frustrated. Mm-hmm. Everybody. So, I don't know what.
Try to do a lockdown again because Saturn is going back into Capricorn again.
Probably, I don't know. Listen, in my country it's going down, and also in many countries. Corona, I think it should not completely disappear, but at the end of this month it should be, not be strong.
From September, October.
It might appear again. Yeah, it might. So, and Corona will be present all the time. Maybe not like today, and also, Neptune is to lie. So you have so many different and opposite news when you read about Corona, what's going on. So you can't trust anybody nowadays. What is the real truth? Neptune is in Pisces, we don't know it. We still don't know. So many lies, so many propaganda, so many, you know.
Yeah, we'll figure it out when it comes out.
Yes, yes. Crazy, crazy. So I'm very sorry, but I don't have good news. You know.
Well, I'm sure something good will come out of it. People will
And
adjust eventually.
what people should do, I should say, something like I did, you know, not only me, other people too. And I was speaking with some friends here in Belgrade, you know, and they all want to go out of the city, you know, all of them. And they all can work online, I mean, using computers. So
yeah,
all of them are searching for some land, some old house, and they want to just run away from the city. And it's a good choice. You know. To my mind, people should do that. You know.
green revolution.
Green revolution. To you know, if they can't live without city, they should go to some small city. You know. And also, people should make kind of communa. I mean, you know, community living in nature. You know.
That's what I see.
Yes,
Those
yes.
communities as well. And the fourth sign, which is the fourth house from Aquarius, is Taurus. So the people will be living in communities in nature.
Yes, in nature, you know. And they will start taking care of the nature. I mean, it is, you know, the last moment for all of us to start really take care of the nature. So it's really Mother Earth, you know, so we can't live in some other place. Well, not our generation, no, you know. So. And I don't think people will ever be able to go to live to some another planet. No way. No. It's only a dream. It's only a dream.
Yeah, I think genetically and spiritually, it's not. The Earth's aura holds our souls. So, but thank you so much, Nikola. This was so
okay. Sorry for, you know, this news. What to say? I mean.
No, it's we want the truth. We want us to give us your honest opinions. You've been so correct for so many world events, which is you know, shocking. You've predicted deaths of presidents and and whatnot on the news and on the newspapers. So thank you for taking your time to share with us. And by the way, Nikola, if you want to learn astrology the way Nikola does it, this is his own system, the only one in the world. We have about 10 different courses of Nikola Stoijanovic. They're at a discount of 30% now. You can check them out. They're all fantastic webinars, and you won't find anywhere like that such webinars. So thank you so much, Nikola.
Okay, all the best to everybody, and be wise and take care of yourself.
Thank you.
And don't listen too much media, don't read newspapers, don't watch TV. You know. Yes,
we stopped. Otherwise, I was starting to get mental.
Okay. All the best.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.